There are over 100,000 games in the Steam catalog as of 2025, but only around 12% of those get a decent player base and some downloads. The rest, 88%, barely get noticed or played at all. So today, I will play some of these games. If you're new to the channel, I play these unnoticed and unloved games to give them a little attention, because honestly, it's not fair to the devs who spend so much time making them. I mean, I'm such a kind YouTuber doing this amazing public service, and yet some guy commented on one of my previous videos saying I'm not even a real YouTuber and that I should know my place. So please, if you're watching this, hit that subscribe button and make me a real YouTuber, so maybe one day that guy sees my video pop up again and gets a big surprise on his face. Thank you. Also, before we get into the video, someone else commented on the last video that I spit too much and that I need to clear my mouth, so anyway, I'm going to scroll through the Steam, randomly pick a game from the list, watch the trailer. If it looks halfway decent, I'll buy it and give it a go. So let's see what weirdness we can uncover. As I was scrolling through the list of games, one title caught my eye and made me stop: The Island of Thugs. There are not much reviews on it, and for just over £1, the trailer looked decent enough. It appears to be a first-person game featuring various weapons, looting mechanics after breaking objects. For that price, I thought, why not give it a try? So I bought it, downloaded it, and started playing. Once in the game, my first impression of the menu made me think I had screwed up. The menu was very basic, like something a beginner programmer would put together. I launched the game, and just like many indie games, your character spawns on an island next to a generic board asset that shows how he supposedly arrived on the island. No cinematic intro, no story, just a gun in a hand and straight path ahead. Then I shot the gun, reloaded, and there it is, the first glitch. Now I can't aim properly, got knocked out, restarted the game, glitch fixed. At this point, I just wanted to finish the game as fast as possible. It was turning into a nightmare. I don't know why people spend so much time creating these type of games and then end up quitting their dream because no one wants to support their game. I mean, how will anyone want to support this? Look, I get it, a lot of these indie games are made by solo devs, but there are other great solo indie games out there that absolutely kill it. Stardew Valley, Undertale, both made by one person, and they nailed it. They're unique, whether it's the art style, the gameplay, or just how fun they are to play. So no, it's not 2010 anymore. You can't just slap in some placeholder assets and call it a day. The bar has been raised, even for indie games. Anyway, I went on Rampage just to finish it off. The game has around 5 stages. In each one you kill all the enemies, reach a certain point, and move on to the next stage. Sometimes you get a new weapon for a bit of variety, so credit to the dev for at least trying something there. But I think with a little more creativity, like even a basic story, a bit of voice acting, or 1 or 2 standout features, this could have been something people might actually enjoy. Right now though, it feels like a practice project or maybe someone's final year uni assignment. The game ends after you defeat 3 slightly tougher enemies, get to the helicopter, and there it is. The end screen says the end. I will rate this game 3 out of 10. Nice. I'm going to refund this trash now. If it was at least a bit decent, I wouldn't have returned it, but this was just a complete waste of time and £1. This time I'm hoping to find a decent game. This one looks kind of okay. Well, whatever it is, it has to be better than the last one. It's gonna cost me over just £2, and it didn't get much attention as well, as you can see. Let's download it and give it a try. Now, the menu is far better than the previous game. There's no cutscene or anything, but I'm hoping there's at least some kind of story, so let's see how it goes. The movement feels a bit off, the graphics aren't bad though, but the walking animation is just not okay. So the men's toilet doesn't open, but the female toilet does. I guess the dev has some wild imagination there. There's a foot sticking out from the toilet. Now I'm pretty sure the dev has some wild thoughts. Bruh. Now there's a hand in the sink and a clock. What is going on in here? Now I'm in a bedroom. Probably belongs to a lady too. Why the hell the door opens on the wrong way? There's a text message from his or her mom giving instructions for the journey. There's also a notes section which seems to show my objectives. So that's good, at least I know what I'm supposed to be doing. There are 3 objectives at this point. Turn off the PC before leaving. Drain the water from the bath. Take the food box before leaving. But for some reason the food box objective didn't get checked off even after I picked it up. Still, I was able to leave the flat, so whatever. When I reached the grandma's house, there's a text message from mom saying the key is in the garage. The sound design and atmosphere are really creepy here now. After I got into the house, I started exploring, trying to figure out what the story is. There's definitely something going on, but I don't fully understand it yet. I found a note on table says, I try to introduce my granddaughter to our family tradition, but she is not interested. What family traditions? I'm guessing we'll find it out later. Maybe the grandma is in some kind of cult. In the house there's some kind of mirror that seems to be broken and I have to find some 7 items for it to be fixed, I guess. While looking for the items, I found a PC. Interacting with it shows a message saying, I have started the ritual, I hope she will pass it. Now I'm 100% sure the grandma is into some kind of cult. Each time I collect a mirror item, the atmosphere gets creepier. Hanging hands and bodies from the ceiling, weird sound effects. After getting the last item for the mirror, I find myself in another location. There are a bunch of doors and behind each one is a weird, unique, creepy item. It's like a maze now and I have to find a way out. Eventually I found the final door. It looks like an office but it's full of skulls, bones and books that probably deal with witchcraft. There's a table and when I interact with it, it says a table with items for the witch. Then I get 2 options, destroy the table or do nothing. So I pressed do nothing and it said, good end, I accepted my legacy as witch after seeing this nightmare. And then the game ends. What? I didn't get this at all. So I guess there will be 2 endings. So I started again from the final level and chose the other option, destroy the table. Now it says, bad end, I decided to decline my legacy and never enter this place again. I still don't get it, so leaving the witch table as it is gives the good ending and destroying it gives the bad ending? Need my refund. Maybe it means the main character either accepts the grandma's cult or rejects it. But honestly, if that's the case, then rejecting the cult and destroying the table should be the good ending, right? Or maybe like I said in the start, the dev of the game is not right in his head, so he prefers the other way around probably. So yeah, I'll give this game a 5 out of 10 just because it's way better than the last one in terms of environment, effects and puzzles. And at least some kind of story is there even I didn't understand it fully. If you understood what the story was about, drop a comment and explain it to me please. Now stay with me till the end as this last game was a big surprise. I wasn't much expecting but it turned out to be freaking amazing. Now I'm gonna buy one more game and just call it a day. Honestly, it's getting exhausting playing these games that confuse you and make you regret after playing them. I just want something decent for once. So I was scrolling again and this game caught my eye. It's called Obscure Stories: The Resentment. The trailer looked alright, just a person standing in a shop with creepy music in the background. But I didn't want to spoil it too much, so I decided just to buy it and dive in. The game starts with a chat between 2 officers and the protagonist Lisa Parker, a transfer student from the US who moved to Japan to study. She is being interrogated about some incident that happened at grocery store and she starts telling them the story. Lisa was looking for a part-time job to cover her expenses, so she spoke to Mr. Hideki, the owner of a shop at Spinfuel gas station. It's close to her house, so she thought it would be ideal for her. Mr. Hideki needed someone to manage the shop a few days a week, so he hired her. The game begins with her crossing the street at night to start her shift, so it means she is covering night shifts like me. You know what? The game feels good and smoother than the last two games. Got your pin, mate. Well, let's go to your shop and start my 9 to 5 slavery. Bruh. When I enter the shop, Mr. Hideki is there waiting for me. He really needs to stop working overtime. He looks like he could collapse any second. Inside the shop, the game lags a bit. It feels like the dev didn't fully optimize it. Okay, so the customers shop around, bring their items to the counter, I scan them and take the cash. Standard stuff. The dialogue with customers is actually fun though. One guy comes to buy a pack of cigarettes and Lisa asks for his ID. He's like, do I not look old enough? Honestly, I don't blame her though. It's hard to guess Japanese people's age when they always look so young. There are choices too, like whether to give him the cigarettes without the ID or not. When it's not busy in the shop, then you will have to do other tasks like restocking items on the shelf. The game gives a real sense of responsibility. You are in charge during your shift and that part is done pretty well. While I was serving a customer, another person in the back was staring at us the whole time. It's super creepy. Eventually that weirdo just left the shop, thank God. Mr. Hideki gave me some cleaning tasks while it was quiet. He also shows concern for Lisa's study, telling her to do some studies when she gets home. I started mopping the floor to finish my shift quickly. And now I think I glitched the game after rushing through the dialogue quickly. I can't read the text anymore. Well, it fixed itself after I finished talking to Mr. Hideki and then he went to the toilet. What was that? I can literally smell those farts through my screen. He must be eating all those noodles I stocked earlier. While I was waiting for Mr. Hideki to come back, the same creepy guy walked in again. He was acting super weird. He wanted to speak to the manager, to which Lisa replied that the manager is busy at the moment and if there is any complaint she will note it down to let him know about it. But he insisted on talking with Mr. Hideki only. So then I went to talk to Mr. Hideki. I thought he was still in the toilet but I found him in his office instead. I have no idea when did he went back to the office. Anyway, Mr. Hideki told Lisa not to take him too seriously and to just tell him that he is busy. The creepy dude keeps insisting but eventually he leaves in the end. The shift ends, Lisa goes home and the next night shift begins. On the way to the store, a strange guy jumps out of a house, stares at her and runs off. Now at the shop, there's a note from Mr. Hideki's son saying that his dad is unwell and he's assigning some tasks to Lisa like taking out the trash as it will not be busy night today. After taking out the trash, I was wandering around in the office and I found another note from Mr. Hideki. He talks about hiring a guy named Yuto. He said Yuto's dad begged him to give his son a job even though he had no experience. Mr. Hideki hired him a few months ago, but Yuto didn't seem serious about it at all. Every week there was less money in the register, but Mr. Hideki trusted his employees so he didn't act right away. Eventually it kept happening, so he checked the cameras and sadly he caught Yuto stealing. He had no choice but to fire him. He said that he begged him, went down on his knees, slapped himself just to convince him to give him another chance. Out of pity, Mr. Hideki rehired him, but after a while Yuto started stealing again. This time he had no choice but to fire him for good. I guess this Yuto guy is the same creepy guy one we saw yesterday. He also mentioned that Yuto's father had a bad temper and used to beat him whenever he did something wrong. So maybe all that abuse left a really bad effect on Yuto. As I finished reading the note, a new customer came in. I went to the till to serve him. Why is he buying so much toilet paper? Is it COVID again? After attending the customer, I returned to the office and found some paperwork that needed to be done for Mr. Hideki. In the middle of paperwork, another customer came to the till and started chatting with Lisa. She even advised Lisa not to work alone this late at night. After attending the customer, I came back again to finish the paperwork. Just as I was about to finish, I heard someone come into the shop. I checked the CCTV and found no one there. So I went out to physically check the shop as well. Still no one. Maybe someone just passed by, or maybe it was a cat. I returned to the office to continue the paperwork. Just as I was about to finish again, I heard someone enter the shop once more. Checked the cameras again, no one inside or outside. But the moment I stopped looking at CCTV, it was the creepiest jump scare I've ever seen. The sound was so loud in my headphones, I literally jumped out of my seat. Bruh. Lisa had to call Mr. Hideki after seeing this. She told him she kept seeing Yuto, and she knew his name after reading Mr. Hideki's logs and that Yuto's picture was in there too. Mr. Hideki told her to calm down, saying she might be just seeing things and that night shifts just mess around with your head. But Lisa kept swearing she saw him, so he asked, "Do you want me to come over and check?" Then I get a choice, say yes or no. I clicked yes. Come over here. As Mr. Hideki was on his way, Lisa heard Yuto laughing from inside the store. Suddenly the creepy music started playing. I knew I had to hide, but he caught me, and that face and sound were terrifying. The screen says that's not how the story ends. Don't forget the flashlight. So I remember seeing one in the storage area and went to fetch it. I tried escaping through the back door, but it wouldn't open. Probably Yuto blocked it. Then he showed up again from the shop area. He caught me few times, but this time I hid deep in the storage and it worked. Suddenly Lisa hears Mr. Hideki enter the office. He killed him brutally. Everything went quiet. I grabbed the flashlight and crept out. Lisa found Mr. Hideki dead in the office. Oh shit, did you see that? I think I saw Yuto in the window. Maybe it was a glitch. Let's rewind and watch it in slow motion. Yeah, just a glitch, but a creepy one. Now as I went into the shop, there he was waiting for me, and then he started chasing me outside. Then I have to run and press the left mouse button to call for help. So I guess I have to fill the call for help bar to wake people up. Finally, people woke up from the noise. Later, the police told Lisa that after Yuto got fired, his dad kicked him out. After the store murder, they went to check on Yuto's dad to ask if he knew where he might have gone. They found the door slightly open. Inside, Yuto was on his knees, crying loudly, covered in blood. He murdered his father as well. The officer said he have seen a lot, but this was something else. Yuto didn't just stab him. He removed half of his dad's facial skin and held it in his hands. Some fingers and even the tongue were missing. He tortured him to death. Then the game ended and I got a Steam achievement saying, "Bad ending, believe it or not." So I had to play again to see the other ending as well. This time I chose the option to let Mr. Hideki stay at home. In this version, Yuto comes to the shop after scaring Lisa to death and just buys a drink. He asks for newspaper behind Lisa. As she turned to grab it, he attacks. This time Lisa hid in the office and locked the door. It went quiet in the shop after a while. Then someone else comes in. It's Mr. Hideki's son. Lisa explained everything to him. He gets mad, thinking Yuto had come to steal from his dad again. He told her to go report everything to the police. Now I have two choices again, stay or go to the police. So I chose to go to the police. The interrogation starts again. Cops said they checked CCTV. Yuto was still in the shop when we left, but he escaped and was never found. And now I got a new achievement. Let's call it a neutral ending. From the Steam achievements for this game, I saw that in total there are 5 endings. But as the video is getting longer at this point, I will leave these 3 other additional endings for you guys to figure out after playing this game yourself. And also it would support this indie creator as well. But I will give this game 8 out of 10. As this was the best one so far in terms of story, creepiness and engagement in the game. And till then guys, please hit that like and subscribe button and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.